just going to make stuff up as I go.
Hi Ashley, welcome to your session today.
Hi.
So I'm going to ask you a few questions and... Okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions. If you don't feel comfortable sharing anything, just let me know and we'll move past them.
Okay.
But can you give a brief description of what brought you here today?
Yeah, so I've been feeling super stressed lately, and I don't really know why. And it's causing me to kind of just stay in my room all day and not want to do anything when I get home from class. I go to practice and then I just go home, and I don't want to do my homework, and I just want to sit in my room and watch Netflix and don't want to hang out with anybody.
So you talked about how you don't want to really do any socializing. How's that affecting your schoolwork? And maybe, do you have a job?
Not currently. I did over the summer.
Okay. So how is that really affecting, I guess, your school mainly, and possibly like your family and your friends?
Well, it's kind of hard on me school-wise because I don't even want to do my homework when I go home.
Has that affected your grades?
A little bit, yeah. So, yeah, I just don't really don't have the motivation to do anything.
Mm-hmm. What about your family? Do you still see your family a lot and talk to them a lot? Or?
Yeah, I live with my parents,
Mm-hmm.
so I see them every day, but we kind of just do our own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of there. So, we eat dinner together. We've always eaten dinner together, but other than that, we don't really do anything together.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you a few other questions, mainly your social history and get into your medical history.
Okay.
Where were you born and raised?
In Lexington, Kentucky.
Okay. Do you have a religious background or no?
I'm Christian.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about siblings?
I have one older brother. We're 6 years apart.
Was that hard on you, growing up having a brother that was not really close in age?
Sometimes, yeah. It was hard when he, had his friends over because I always wanted to hang out with him and he never wanted me to, so.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, we weren't really close until a couple years ago. When he left for college is when I, started to miss him and stuff, but we're kind of close now, so.
What about your education history?
Just high school diploma, and I'm still in college, so.
While you were in high school, did you have any issues with truancy, suspension, expulsion?
Mm-mm. No.
Are you currently married or in a relationship?
Nope, I am single.
What about children? I don't want to assume, but I just have to ask just in case.
No children.
Okay. And you already said that you live with your parents, and you don't have a job. Have you had a job previously?
Yeah, I have this job at a horse farm right down the road from my house.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked there every summer since I started college.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just too hard to work there during school.
Yeah.
And I play basketball, so I don't really have time to do anything else. I spend a lot of time on basketball, so.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any current legal problems?
Mm-mm.
What about financial stresses?
Well, I don't have a job, so I'm running on money I made over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've never really had to ask my parents for money before since I got my job, but now I'm paying for my own car and paying for almost everything by myself. So, I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of money.
Mm-hmm.
So.
have you thought about maybe like a work-study job or something?
I don't know. I think it might be too hard with basketball,
Yeah.
and I don't really have any time for anything.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, I know you're talking about being financially stressed. Do you have like a support system or a social network that can help you out when you're struggling a little bit financially?
I mean, I don't really talk to anybody about it, so I guess no.
Do you have military history or?
Mm-mm.
Okay. What are some of your? Do you have any significant life events that have happened?
My sophomore year here, one of my basketball teammates passed away, so that was kind of hard. But and then last year, my uncle actually passed away. So I guess it's just been since last year. I guess it's just been kind of weird. But
has that increased or decreased your stress?
I don't think so. I don't think it had a really effect on my stress. It kind of did for a while, but just because, like, my uncle was, like, the first family member I've ever lost, so it was kind of weird. But I kind of lost my relationship with him a couple years ago because him and my aunt got a divorce. But I don't think now it has anything to do with it.
To brighten the mood a little bit, do you have any hobbies or interests?
I play basketball and I ride horses.
When you're playing basketball and riding horses, does that kind of help with your stress? Okay.
Yeah, I have a horse at my house, and sometimes when I'm stressed, I just kind of go out and hang out with him a little bit, and it kind of helps. So.
Oh, what kind of horse is he?
He's an American saddlebred, and he was actually born in my house.
Aww.
So I've had him for 18 years.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So he's like my best friend.
Holy horse.
Holy
In the past 12 months, what have some of your highest priorities and primary stressors been?
I'd say basketball is probably one of my highest priorities. And school's been a big stressor on me. So, and not having a job.
Now, earlier I was talking about how I'm going to ask you some medical history questions. Like I said before, if anything, if you hear me ask anything that makes you uncomfortable, just let me know and we'll move on to the next question.
Okay.
Do you have any current health concerns, changes?
Mm-mm.
Do you have any allergies? Any known infections or diseases?
Nope.
Current psychiatric medications?
Mm-mm.
Past psychiatric medications?
Nope.
Non-psychiatric medications?
No.
Are there any known allergies to medications or other substances?
I had an allergic reaction to some painkillers one time, but I don't remember what kind it was.
Has anyone in your family history include significant physical problems?
No.
Family history of mental health, psychiatric problems?
Mm-mm.
Family history of substance abuse?
No.
Would you say that you're able to support yourself without assistance?
Sort of. Right now, yes.
Okay. Have you ever used drugs or alcohol?
I've drank alcohol, but I've never used drugs.
Okay. how much would you say you've drunk?
A lot.
Pack of beer every so often?
I mean, I go out on the weekends with my friends.
Okay.
So, sometimes I don't even remember how much I drink.
How long have you been doing that for?
Since last year.
It's like a Friday, Saturday night type thing, or all
Usually
weekend?
just Saturday nights.
Okay. And you said no drugs, right?
No drugs.
When you do drink, does that help with your stress, or does it increase your stress?
It helps.
Okay. Do you... Have you ever gotten treatment for your alcohol? Do you find it an issue?
No.
Okay. Have you ever had to get self-help with anything else?
Mm-mm.
No? Have you ever been to counseling or psychiatric treatment?
No.
Have you ever been hospitalized?
No.
Have you ever considered self-harm?
No.
Have you ever thought about harming someone else?
No. Yeah, like 12, so.
Let's see. Are you comfortable asking some questions about your sexual behavior?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know sometimes, like, drugs and alcohol may not be present, but sometimes if you've been through that in the past, like, sexually active, not sexually active, that can also play a part. Have you ever, do you have an age of consensual sex?
Do I what? Just say it again, sorry.
At what age did you have consensual sex?
When I was like 18, I think, 17, 18.
Did you want to say 8? I don't think that's the case.
18.
Okay. At what age may you have had non-consensual sex?
I don't think I've ever had non-consensual sex. So.
Now, at what age do you think you started becoming, or you noticed a huge change in how stressed you were?
I think the end of my junior year of school because
High school or college?
college.
Okay.
I changed my major and I have to be in school 5th year, so now I'm just like,
What was your previous major?
I changed from psychology to social work.
Mm-hmm.
So none of my classes transferred over, so I basically had to start over. But I think that's when it was like the beginning of last year
Mm-hmm.
is when I started getting really stressed about stuff. So when all my friends graduated, so then I was like, well, what the heck am I still doing here? So.
Yeah. Have you made more friends this year than you thought you would have, or is it kind of still a struggle because all of your close friends have graduated?
I've made more friends, but most of my close friends graduated, but some of them still live here, so I can still see them sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I know you said you still see a lot of them. Are there some that you don't talk to anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Has that really impacted how you feel too?
Not really. I wasn't really close with most of the ones I don't talk to anymore, so I don't think that would have changed anything.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you came in today, and I know I asked you a lot of generic questions, but next time you come in, we'll go more in depth about that and really go through the process of what you're trying to get out of counseling and being here.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you.